How are you going to describe the current crop of Nigerian political leaders led by Tinubu?
We are thieves.
Perfect definition of that. Viewers and subscribers, you're welcome back again. This is still BVI Channel 1, where we tell you undiluted truth. How are you going to describe the current crop of Nigerian political leaders led by Tinubu?
We are thieves.
And as we have in the Senate, the worst Senate president ever. Listen to how they went about disgracing themselves and exposing themselves too.
Just this morning, sir. Just this morning.
He did not say you are a thief.
That
he said all of you in government,
all of us,
are kleptocrats.
yes.
And
Sir?
a thief is different.
Okay.
Somebody who is suffering from kleptomania
Okay.
is somebody who steals who steals, and then most of the time you steal what you don't need. That means you can go to somebody's house and you remove the key in the door of the person's house. You don't need the key, but because it is your business to steal, you must steal. So you take the key, put it in your pocket, and leave the house. Or you see a young child playing football, and you steal the football and leave the child crying, whether you are going to use it or not. So that's what he was saying. He was saying that you are surrounded, all of you are kleptocrats. He didn't say you are thieves. I think it's stronger than being a thief.
Yeah.
A thief is somebody who steals what he needs. A kleptocrat is somebody who steals everything, whether he needs those things or not. So that is what you are, by virtue of that description.
Yes. Mr. President.
And you are saying you are not.
Yes, I am saying I am not. After this statement by Senator Ali Ndume, I have received several calls far and near, especially from my children, that told me that they needed an explanation on why a senator, especially a ranking senator of the Federal Republic, will call all of us kleptomaniacs. Just this morning, the President of Nigeria brought a supplementary appropriation bill to the Senate. It means there is nothing that can insulate us from the affairs of this government if we are the ones that are passing supplementary budgets and even the Appropriation Act. That means that I need a lot of explanation to my children and to my loved ones. When I say loved one, I'm not talking of wives. I have only one wife, but my loved ones are scattered all over the world, who wants an explanation on the inference of what Senator Ali Ndume said about all of us in the government. Mr. Senate President, I ran an election against a very formidable PDP member, and just over the weekend, there were publications that all of us APC in Ekiti State, if a member of the Senate who is an APC member calls us kleptomaniacs, it means the senator representing Ekiti North, that is myself, is also one of them because he's a member of APC. This is not good for our image. It is not good for me, and I think that statement is a breach of my privilege as a senator. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, like I said earlier, Senator Ndume's statement is a blanket statement, and I want to implore this Senate, in a matter of days, for him to come categorical with evidence of the people he referred to as kleptomaniacs. That is one prayer. My second prayer is that with that statement that has put me under public ridicule in my constituency, I would like this matter of privilege to be referred to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. I so submit, Mr. President.
Distinguished brother, the distinguished Senator Siri Fasu. Well, my personal opinion will be that the party has taken the appropriate action. But since you are speaking from a point of privilege, that your privilege has been breached, and your only request is that it should face the Committee of Code of Conduct, Ethics and Public Petition to possibly list the names of the kleptomaniacs in the government, which you believe you are not among. Distinguished colleagues, is it the view of the Senate that the action of the APC has taken care of these vituperations? Those in support of what I've said, say aye. Those against, say nay. Okay. Distinguished colleagues, is it the view of the Senate that this matter be further referred to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges to allow...
You don't need to put the question. You don't need to put the question. You don't need to put the question. No need for question.
Okay. Distinguished colleagues, Senator Fasuyi is of the opinion that the kleptocrats or kleptomaniacs surrounding this present administration be named by Senator Alindume, the SY whip of the Senate. Those in support of that proposal say aye. And those who believe that the party APC has taken appropriate sanctions and therefore it should not be referred to any further committee, say aye. And those again say nay. The ayes have it. Your point of order is sustained. However, the Senate is of the view that the matter be allowed to rest, as the party has taken a decision on it. Those in support of what I've said, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. No. So the matter is rested.
Good. Now, what is the best definition of kleptocracy? If not the Nigerian politicians as a perfect definition of that? You know, since after Alindume tried to caution his colleagues, a man whom we know in the past he benefited from the impunity, now sensing the danger, the anger of the Nigerian people as it is ravaging across Africa, waking up to end bad governance. Yet these people, in their madness, have refused to sense this danger. And in order to show it and rub it on the face of Nigerians, they are not even matching break. So they decide to punish. The debate there is about how to punish Alindume for exposing them in that manner and calling them kleptocrats. Now, what is the best description of that, if not the Nigerian politicians? As the man, in his stupidity, trying to correct a fellow senator who called themselves thieves. They know they are thieves. They know they are thieves. And he's trying to give a cosmetic definition of kleptocracy as somebody that steals what he doesn't need. Yes, that is exactly what Nigerian politicians are. They steal what they don't need. Tell me how you can describe someone who steals trillions of naira, who steals billions of naira, who steals public wealth, in the manner they do in Nigeria. Tell me somebody who takes money from the public fund meant for healthcare service delivery for all, but when he is sick, he has to travel all the way around the world to get medical service. How else are you going to describe such person who has fleets of SUVs, and yet every year they demand for a new one? Every year they steal to buy more. Tell me how you are going to describe these people when they have properties around the world, whereas their own people barely have roof over their head, and yet they keep a massive primitive wealth they don't need. Tell me, what are you going to use all that money for? Even if you stole 10 billion naira or even 1 billion naira, and you decide not to work for the rest of your life, depending on how old you are, many of them are all, how can they go on advance? Many of them are getting close to their graves. None of them is below 60 years. Many of them. How old do you think you would be in the next 20 years? How many of you do you think you can live above 80 years? Even if you do, even if you're going to live for the next 30 years, will you need 10 billion naira? Even if you decide not to stop working and you keep spending the money, will you be able to exhaust it? So how best are you going to describe these people? Nigerian people, this is up to you to see the audacity of these people. They believe that since they were able to do what they did in 2023 and nothing happened, they could do anything and nothing will happen. It's up to you to show them that actually something can happen. Since they have decided to be the death fly that wants to go down the grave with the corpse, let it be. But it's all up to you. Will you continue to tackle yourselves, embellish yourself with ethnic bigotry and religious sentiment, while these your oppressors will continue cashing out against your own good? It's up to you, because they believe so much that Nigeria is so divided. They have sown the seed of divide and rule among Nigerian people. They perfected it, and the Nigerian people can never unite for anything. They believe that, and that is why they are doing all of this. Will you prove them wrong? It's up to you, Nigerians. It is up to you, because we have gotten to the breaking point. Nigerians had never thought that we are going to get it this bad, and I've been here voicing this very awakening to Nigerian people. I just hope that these videos are hitting target. Yes, they are, because the anger is just coming up a little bit, but we just have to keep sharing so as to get more Nigerians to understand the stick we are into. And it is now or never. Let me just keep it at that. What's your opinion on this? How will you rate the current Senate president that calls himself Akpabio, but people prefer to call him Atamo? Let me not just go further. What will you say of this? And what is your perfect definition of a kleptocrat? Drop it in the comment section. Bye-bye for now.